I haven't been taking a lot of losses over the last couple days. Isaac 2! You're playing as the easiest character? Yeah, I know. I think I've paid my dues at this point. True. Thank you. Appreciate it. But the randomizer website? No! Stop having fun! Instead, allow a random number generator to give you a run that fucking sucks shit and is boring and ruins the game. No! No! The whole game's a randomizer, bro. It's not random enough. It's exactly random enough. You Philistine? What are you talking about? You don't know what you're saying. I'm just here to aid banter. I do appreciate that. You know what? I want to anger the Canadians a little bit. A lot of amazing bands come from Canada. Can I say something that I want to make you mad, but also I believe that it might be true? A lot of amazing bands come from Canada. I believe the average famous band from Canada is worse than the average famous band from America. Or England. Although, we probably got Australia beat, no disrespect. We got a lot of great artists. Alanis Morissette, Japandroids, Tragically Hip, Shania Twain, Soul Decision, Swollen Members, etc., etc. We got a lot of garbage, man. When a Canadian artist decides to go garbage, they go full garbage, without a doubt. I still can't believe Bryan Adams is famous, like, kind of throughout the world. I get why he's famous in Canada, because people can be like, Bat, he's from Scarborough just like me. But, like, how did Bryan Adams become famous in the United States? It doesn't make sense. Kim Mitchell, Patio Lanterns. People like his music? No, that's too easy. There must be some sort of conspiracy. I'm taking this thing all the way to the top. Clean your ears out, kid? What does that mean? Clean your ears out, kid. That's so good. The Bryan Adams Defender has logged on. I have to listen to a lot of Bryan Adams because Sam Yo plays his ass on the Peloton all the time. Thought I died and went to heaven. Such a time never felt before. I'm not even... See, it's out of respect for you, by the way, that I did not reference Summer of '69, because that song is played every 3 minutes on Canadian rock radio. So I've saved you on that one. Fuck it, bro. We're not taking Satanic Bible. It's too easy. I got my first real 6-string. Play till my fingers bled. Okay, sorry. Do you still listen to rock radio? No, but I've heard Summer of '69 probably, I would say like 1,000 times in my life. So like the damage is already done, bro. I didn't know you couldn't sing. Really? You're new here? That's like NL 101, to be honest with you. I mean, we did Twitch Sings. That was like 5 years ago, so you might have still been in like the 2nd grade for all I know, but... It's not an insult, chat. I'm calling them young. You always call me old as an insult, so I thought I was giving them a compliment. No. Being young is good. It's just they're like it's only a compliment if you call them young and they're between the ages of 25 and 27. Anything younger than that is young enough to be an insult, and anything older than that is old enough to be an insult. That's true. My singing has much improved. That's because my ass is in the car all the time. They sleep when it gets cold and the leaves turn. They turn red and they turn gold. You guys been listening to My Singing Monsters lately? Probably not still, huh? They say that we are monsters, but I don't really care. Just elementary monsters. That's all up in the air. You don't know it, huh? It's a good one. That's Air Islands. Probably one of my personal favorites. Cold Island is pretty good too. Plant Island is okay. Earth Island, it is my wife's favorite My Singing Monsters song, but it's a little overrated in my opinion. No disrespect, Kate, of course. My Singing Monsters 30-minute high-impact ride. They don't make high-impact rides, but I would take that one. They make high-intensity rides. I don't think anyone wants a high-impact workout. This is the sort of thing, like you just imagine your knees turning to dust. I think that's like boxing is like a high-impact workout. They call it Hidden Hills. DL Guiga, listen, I'm not trying to insult the other riders here, okay? I appreciate everybody who shows up for the whole stack. I appreciate anybody who shows up now and then for a little bit of it, for the record. My ass was like second from the bottom on today's Power Zone Endurance, and I got like the 7th highest FTP. So you know what that means. I don't need to spell it out for you, but I might need to spell it out for the other viewers. People are racing on the Power Zone Endurance, which that shit offends me, okay? So after the Power Zone Endurance, my ass sitting down there in the dirt, picking flies out of my teeth. People are going to the Discord bragging about their output. Whoa, that was crazy. I did amazing. Third ride, I put the fucking hammer down. Hey, you guys, you beat me by 6 on the Power Zone Endurance by staying in Zone 4 all the time. I'm going to clear you by 110 on that Dennis Morton Hidden Hills ride. And then I popped into the Discord Michael Jordan style, and I said, great rides, everyone, because I wanted to seem gracious first. And then I said, you know, if you guys are gassed on the third ride, you don't always have to race on the Power Zone Endurance. I'm just saying, you guys aren't output. You seem so impressed that I had an average wattage of, what, maybe 184 on the Power Zone Endurance. You put out a 186. I ain't mad at you. But just if you put out 186 on the Power Zone Endurance, you couldn't keep up with 230 in the Hidden Hills ride. Dennis Morton had us out of the saddle dancing, man. He had us hopping on the 1s and 2s. Clean your ears out, kid. Bad pills become damage upgrades. I think I'm for this. Yeah, we take that any day of the damn week. I'm still a little sick. I only did the first 30 minutes. I ain't mad at you, DL Guiga. I think that just to have done the first 30 minutes when you're still a little sick is admirable. Range down. We take those. Not even crying about it yet. I also beat you on that ride. DL Guiga, you're like, I'm just leveling with you. You're kind of embarrassing yourself. Showing up for 30 minutes of a 2-hour stack after like 5 days off when everybody else has been doing 2 hours a day and we got lactic acid coming out of our whatever, and you're gonna say, oh, I beat you by like 12 kilojoules on 1/4 of the ride? Like, this shit is embarrassing, bro. If I take your yellow jersey for winning like stage 11 of the Tour de France and then enjoy being 115th in the total results, okay? Like, it's just an ignorant way to divide us, when instead we should be celebrating everyone. Still got a yellow jersey, though? You're not wrong. There's some truth to that. 2 items! Yellow jersey's overall leader. You know, I'm not European, okay? What's the one that you get when you win, like, the Arc de Triomphe stage? There isn't one? You get like a, what's the one you get when you climb well or something? You guys are always asked, they're like, hey, you like to ride the bike. Have you ever watched the entire Tour de France? And now all of a sudden I'm asking you questions about it, and you're like, I don't know. Like, methinks the lady doth protest too much. You get a polka dot jersey for climbing the best. That's kind of sick. Polka dot jersey. I don't know if I could pull that off. You become Waldo. Where's Waldo? He's right there. Do I know you? No, but that's where you are. You're there. Name that movie. Who do you think is going to win the Tour next week? I don't know. A lot of people are saying that Bill Vandenberg is like, he's not good enough to actually be like a team leader. Like he's only a pogged up domestique. I personally don't think so. I mean, I think the people grind in there in the peloton as domestiques, eating the wind for the team leaders. Like I think they're building better endurance than people give them any credit for. So I think you got to give Vandenberg a lot of credit. Van Nuys also has a pretty good chance this year. I mean, his like sprint power is unmatched, and he's about 2 kilograms lower after the off season. You know, you love to see the riders putting in the work like that. So, also, who's the guy who rides like Superman? The one who goes fully flat to get his aerodynamics as good as possible. I mean, how could you stop that guy? Clark Kent, that's it. Clark Kent. Sadly not legal anymore. It did look like really dangerous. I can understand doing it once, but then like I'm not surprised that they said, please don't do that ever again. Hey, now, you ever listen to water parks? Sounds of children splashing. People sliding, children splashing, a man selling ice cream, singing Italian songs. I forget what he says. Carbonara este lauda. Can you feel it? You know this. DL Guiga, back me up. This is Chicago. I've been waiting such a long time. Ooh. It is Saturday in the Park by Chicago. We've been through this many times. Is the band Chicago from Chicago? Yes. Is Boston from Boston? I'm still reeling. Somebody in chat said, you called Canadian bands garbage, but garbage is actually an American band. That can't be true, right? Shirley Manson's got to be from Scotland or Ireland. And I don't really care if the bassist, the drummer, and the guitarist are from, you know, Peoria. Wherever the singer's from, that's where the band is from. Sorry. Unless you're in the fucking Jay Giles band, there's a hierarchy, okay? Garbage is from Madison, Wisconsin. Don't embarrass yourself. Where was Shirley Manson born? It sure as shit was not Madison, Wisconsin. It was Glenfiddich, Loch Lomond, Scotland, British Isles. Where's Explosions in the Sky from? I see what you're trying to do there. In lieu of a singer, it goes to the composer. So whoever composes the songs for Explosions in the Sky, they are the de facto chooser of where the band is from. East Texas. We take that. I can't deny it. It's wherever they got their start? No, no, no. It's all about what hospital their mom gave birth in. Sorry, I don't make the rules. So the talking heads are Scottish. Sure, yeah. Dude, very extremely common Scottish dub, by the way. Big ups to Scotland for always having great music. Scotland is crushing it. Oh, fuck you, man. Scotland is crushing it in the music game. I don't know what's going on up there. They do be making some great music. And I'm not talking about the Proclaimers. I'm not necessarily decrying the Proclaimers, but that's not who's coming to mind first in, first out. What the hell is this? Secret Room Pool is too good to waste on Mega Mush. Even though, wait, Mega Mush is amazing, right? Invincibility. Yeah, I guess it's pretty good. It's one of the best items in the game. Then why don't I know what it does right away? Holy cow, you can crush anything, bro. Oh, it takes a while to charge. I remember. Because you're dumb? Bro, excuse me, bro. You're the one who hasn't paid me $5 yet. Oh, that's right. It used to be bugged and it would, like, completely ruin your game, right? No! Yes, because I am not dumb. Well, you got me there. Sorry, let's see what we got going on in the shop. Oh! I have destroyed you. Bop, bop, and I'll do it again. Listen, I hate to pull the veil back. I'm really not, I'm not in the habit of raining down like ad hominem attacks or something like that. But if I'm dumb, why are you the one watching me? And I'm saying that without, like, that's not the own. That's not the punchline. I'm actually just waiting to see what you write so we can talk about it. Dumbness is entertaining. Actually, it's called dumbicity. You're not as smart as you think you are. What do you think the average IQ of Chad is? I think it's above average for society, but I would add a second element to that. I also think that they would estimate it as being 20% over what it actually is. So I do think that this hobby there's selection pressure for intelligence in a way. Because I think that I mean, there's a lot of dumb motherfuckers playing video games, don't get me wrong. But I think it's like there's knock-on effects, I guess is what I'm trying to say. You probably, and this goes for me too, my ass wouldn't have self-identified like gaming as one of my #1 hobbies if I was out there, you know, slamming Mike's Hard Lemonades in high school and being like the prom king, you know? Like I had a lot of time alone to myself in my room. And I read a lot of books and played a lot of video games, you know? So I think that it does select for intelligence, like, in that sense, at least in my antiquated model of, like, high school popularity. Smart people, not at the bottom, but not at the top either. People who can run fast are at the top for some reason. But that, I mean, it's just the animal kingdom. Sure, we take this. It's true. I definitely feel like there's a positive over 1.0 correlation between sprinting speed and high school popularity. At least that's what my experience in high school would bear out. But I am, you know, n = 1 on that one. Cross country was all nerds at my high school. I'm talking not cross country. I'm not talking about the kind of like motherfuckers who were at 15 years old. They're like, I'm gonna run a half marathon. I'm talking about like 100-meter dash, bro. How is the correlation over 1? Because I'm dumb, DLG. I don't know mathematics. I'm just saying if your running speed is normalized versus the average Andy's running speed, if your running speed is 1.1, your popularity normalized to the average Andy's popularity is 1.2. Isn't that more than a 1-to-1 correlation? I feel like the mathematics are correct on that one. That's a slope? That's what I'm saying. It can't be over 1. You guys went to a different high school than me. That's all I'm going to say. Fastest guy in my high school was popular as fuck. I ran the 100-meter dash. I was not popular in my school. Okay, follow-up question. How fast? Post your mile time. Within your school, were you the fastest 100-meter dash runner? If so, within your school district, what was your placement? It's all about the 400, bro. 400-meter runners be like, it's all about the 400, bro. It actually is all about the 200, though, right? Isn't the 200 like the real sprint? Because like the 100 is like the first 40% of the race is just accelerating. The 800 is where it's at. Now we're getting ridiculous, brother. Pretty soon people are going to be like, it doesn't count unless it's a half marathon. By the way, what is a middle distance runner while we're here? A short distance runner has got to be 100, 200. Where does middle distance is 400 to 1500. Okay. But that's kind of crazy because it's not like a 3-kilometer run is not like a long distance, bro. Like that shit in America wouldn't even get you to like the closest grocery store, depending on where you. Okay, no, I'm sorry. I know you live in Chicago, DL Guiga. I'm just saying. Five kilometers is a middle distance. I don't know. Because, like, I'm trying to think, how big is the average house? It's probably like, I don't know, like 2 kilometers? That's just like a couple of trips to the bathroom and back. You walked right into my trap. Joke's on you, I was only pretending to be stupid. Wikipedia says middle distance is 800, 1200, 1500. Wikipedia is not a valid source, okay? Can you give me what does the Encyclopedia Britannica say? Can somebody break out the World Book? Tell me what the World Book says about it. ChatGPT be like the most middle distance of all time is 0.5 meters. Okay, I trust that. 50 centimeter dash. Honestly, me personally, I think the item rooms are kind of overrated in this game. Oh, we're going, man. The most mid distance is between your ears? What the fuck? You seen the size of my head? Maybe your head, that's a middle distance. For me, that's a fucking marathon, bro. You got him? It's called Jeet Kundo. You take someone else's energy and you use it against them. ever seen someone use karate in real life? I don't know. Listen, I know, you know, the same way that Twitch self-selects for intelligence in a way. I'm being very careful with my wording. I'm sure that there's a lot of black belts in chat, if you know what I mean. Were the 90s and the early 2000s like was that a martial arts bubble? It felt like everybody that I knew was in like karate or taekwondo or something like that. It was like probably the number 3 after school activity. Number 1 was always going to be soccer because it was like $30 to register for a season and all you needed were shorts. Number 2 was probably baseball. Number 3 was definitely some form of martial art. I just feel like for the amount of people that were involved in martial arts as a kid, I have not seen like a single person like fucking jump up and kick someone in the head in my entire life. Outside of like a display, like a showcase of karate skills. Now, I would say that there's some value in just doing it for like exercise and discipline and like self-confidence reasons. I'm just a little surprised I haven't seen it applied in real life. That's because it was mostly nerds? Well, that's what I was getting at. Just fine. You know, I'm a nerd myself. I never got into, I mean, Taekwondo or karate. I wasn't that much of a nerd. But, like, I empathize with it at the very least. What do you say fuck me for? I just feel like a lot of the time, like in the 90s, martial arts were fucking everywhere. Every form of cardio got turned into a martial art. People were doing Taibo, Carmen Electra's karate striptease. Like, it was crazy. 80s, maybe the 80s are even more karate pilled. I was just living in like an echo of it. That's probably true. So many Steven Seagal wannabes. Well, which one is like? Listen, I don't want to offend my Korean audience. Judo is real. People wrestled / fight / duel in judo. Is Taekwondo real? Like, is that an actual? Is it an art of self-defense or is it an exercise? Because I feel like anytime I see like Taekwondo, it's always just like, you know, ha! Ha! They're like just punching straight ahead with like no leverage. Not to be rude. I mean, I'm not saying they could probably kick my ass. Judo, it was not even close. Like judo, I'd be disarmed in 2 seconds. That's a given. But like, I thought Taekwondo was kind of like halfway between like maybe like Tai Chi and karate. Muay Thai, yeah, they would kill me. Based on what I know about the average person who practices Muay Thai, they got a lot of aggression to get out as well. So I would probably be, they would, like in the dojo, they would be like, the spirit of martial arts is restraint. But if they ever had like a reason to hit me, they would make sure that I died. And then they would stand over my body and go like, huh, huh, huh? But Taekwondo, I just don't know. Because I thought Taekwondo was almost more like performative. What about Krav Maga? Isn't that the one that's basically like, if you're ever in trouble, just grab their nuts and twist it? Krav Maga is the one that's like, we could teach you like a way to kill a man by like poking him in the wrong place in his solar plexus. The old dick twist.
The world.
Also, as someone who's never taken a martial art, what's up with like, I mean, maybe this is kung fu. Maybe I have kung fu all mixed up in here. They don't do really kung fu class, right? It's all karate. Well, so sometimes they'll be like squared up like this, and then like out of nowhere, one of the dudes will just go like, and then everyone, and this is not just the Karate Kid, everyone goes on like a hushed tone and they go like, oh, the mantis technique. And you're like, well, what, that seems, I'm no expert. It seems way worse. Isn't there a reason like every combat sport starts with, you know, you having your dukes up and squaring up, like instead of staying balancing on one foot with your arms in the air? I don't know. I'm coming from a place of ignorance. I'm being a little bit dismissive of it, but I was hoping you would respond to me maturely. It's an advanced stance, dude. I believe that. It's hard to stand up like that. I never took this stuff, so I don't know, man. Aren't there like hundreds of videos about martial arts being fake? Well, some of it, like the dude who just gets like kicked in the nuts like 500. Why would I use this right here? He gets kicked in the nuts like 500 times. That one's not real. Or the dude who can channel his ki into like an energy ball. Oh, I thought I broke my game. That can channel his ki into an energy ball and like knock someone over telepathically from across the room. It is funny that they're called martial arts, too. I'm not saying it's not artful, but it's like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm an artist. Oh, what medium? Chops, mostly. Chops. Chops and elbow blows. Elbow blows. I'm kind of like, they call me the Matisse of elbowing and kneeing people. They call me the Deacon Blues. So true. Nobody knows what it means, but it gets the people going. It does. Put your balls on the table in D4. All right. This run's been kind of like a little bit of a snooze, right? Except for all those times I almost died. Let's put balls on the table. There's only one rule about balls on the table. If someone calls balls on the table, you got to put your balls on the table. First thing I'm going to do, though, get a damage upgrade. Balls on the table, here we go. What the hell is this? I'm not even shooting anything. I'm shooting little dudes. I don't do any damage. Something's doing damage, though. There's some damage being done. C-section is very good. My mom at the hospital when she saw my huge fucking head on the ultrasound. I think I'm like immune to getting hit by these enemies for some reason. Nope, never mind. I was just really good at dodging. I'm as surprised as anybody else, to be honest. Come on, lads, what are we doing here? Don't do that. You can yourself if you're interested. Okay, nuts on the table, we go again. It seems better in every way, but my damage output is way worse. Oh, but I'm immune. Stop running away from me, bro. Me in the International Tag Championships. Health up, sure, we'll take that. It's so much worse. Yeah, but this is what Nuts on the Table is all about. You know, you can't be surprised when you buy a lottery ticket and you don't win. Like, that's what it's there for, man. Me when I'm in an Ed Helms, Jeremy Renner film. Is Ed Helms in tag? Ed Helms gotta have one of the worst filmographies of any actor on the planet. Now, I know that on dangiesling.com/movies, Cedar Rapids is a 10. I also enjoy The Hangover 1. The sequels, we don't need to talk about them because you already know they're bad. But apart from that, I mean, dude went from The Daily Show to The Office. That's a big come up, don't get me wrong. Then to The Hangover, one of the biggest comedies of the 2000s. And then what happened after that? I don't think I've seen an Ed Helms movie on purpose in like 15 years. Did he really never have like a dramatic turn where he tries to win an award? I thought that's like what all comedians do to prove that they can actually act. Vacation reboot? Yeah, I didn't watch that. Of course I didn't watch a Vacation reboot. He was in Auntie Donna, but I think it's also partly because he's a producer. Also, like, I don't know. He wasn't the main draw of Auntie Donna for me. He did not die in 2022. I still see him doing stuff. He's probably got like his own sitcom on Apple TV right now. He did not, dude. He's still alive. Check, can you look that up for me? I mean, I kind of like... Ed Helms might be the actor I think that I like the most who has the absolute worst filmography. Like, those two intersection points are close together. In my head, if you ask me what's your opinion on Ed Helms, I would be like mildly positive. And then if you showed me his filmography, I think I would be like, oh, never mind. Okay, we'll slash marker me. We'll call this, this is Isaac 3.